doing down here?
I'm using my rocker box to find gold.
Cool.
This is from Desert Dry Washers. It's pretty sweet. It's small, it's compact. I can put it in my side-by-side. Although I'm not the best at it, I'm learning, because usually you dry wash out here.
I got a better way to run more dirt if you want to. You want me to show you how to run wet stuff in the desert?
Yeah.
All right. Come with me. I'll show you.
What about my box?
It's great right where it is. We'll get it when we're done. You're going to go through way more material.
Stay. Oh! Hey guys, and welcome back to Elley Knows Rocks. Today, we are going to be looking for gold in Lake Havasu. That's right, I am in a wash that I usually side-by-side in. And what's unique about this day is that we've had a lot of rain. So the dirt is very, very wet. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to set up a recirculating sluice so that we can find gold in this area. Normally I would be using a dry washer because hey, we're in the desert. But since it's been raining, as unusual as it is, we'll be doing that. I am here today with Mike, Zap, and my fiance Dan, and we're all going to be working our little butts off to see how much gold that we can pull out of this wash. Thank you all so much for being part of this adventure. Let's go see what we find. The system we're setting up requires 2 big totes, some 4-inch PVC pipe, some miner's moss, and a catchment basin. And of course, we brought in all our own water. Mike designed the system to be ran until the water runs out. Also, we're using a miniature Keen sluice. Here is the setup so far. This is going to help keep the water when it comes back over it more clean. I'll put my water in. This is going to be a catch. Dan's up the road getting us the actual sluice. Keep our fingers crossed for some freaking gold inside of that pit right there and down the way. I have a question. And it might sound stupid, but is it a bad idea that I am classifying this? Because it's sticky.
Do whatever you want to do. I've already got a 1/4-inch punch plate on there.
I don't know why you're against classifying it.
Well, because if there's gold in the clay, it's going to stay in the clay. I see. It's not just rock, there's dirt in it too. After a pretty short debate, we decided that we were not going to classify the material because of the clay, and we wanted to give ourselves the best chance. All right, first blood. This doesn't count. Woohoo!
Completely unclassified.
Oh, you got a lot of handwork to do, but that's why you got the scooper, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go down here and we're gonna throw it off of that. Mike is the mastermind behind all of this. He's also the creator of Desert Dry Washers. And I am having a little bit too much fun. Now this mess right here is going to be our first clean out. We have done 6 full buckets and we're going to see how much gold is now stuck in these mats, or mat, singular. This is Mike's favorite type of mat to use, and since this is his system, that's what we use. Now, I'm sure you all know how to do this. It's pretty simple, but, you know, again, doing these sorts of experiments in the desert where you have a limited amount of water, you have to be super careful, and you have to reserve all the water that you can. Now the reason that I'm doing a voiceover on this is because my microphone decided to not work for this portion, which sucks. After we clean this all out, we're gonna do a really quick field pan to see if we have any color. Once we get back home, we'll do a little bit more thorough clean out so that we have clean water and a little bit of jet dry. Now you can see I'm freaking out. I'm super excited. I wish you guys could actually hear me, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for gold. While this time lapse was going on of this quick field pan, Dan was actually down the wash, picking up a couple buckets of material in an area he wanted to check out. Meanwhile, we have some color in the pan. Not much, but it's there. Guys, listen. Just because you go out prospecting in an area that you've found gold in before, it doesn't mean diddly squat that you're gonna find more gold there the next time. So you can see all of these layers, right? Each one of these layers represents a different flow because we're in a wash that is part of a giant alluvial fan, because basically that's what Havasu is. Each one of these layers could have a certain amount of gold in it or none, a certain amount of roots, even the smell. Like you've got roots down here. Let me grab some. You've got the little roots, which are always a good indicator. You've got nice chunky rocks, a good indicator, and you have that earthy dirt smell. And people that are prospectors are gonna know exactly what I mean when I say that smell. And if you don't know what that is, that means you're not a prospector and you need to go and figure it out, because it's nothing that I can describe to you. However, even though I'm a geologist and I go out and I look at these areas and I know that the rhyolitic rocks in this area have a certain amount of gold that comes out of the hills and that is put here, doesn't mean that that gold's always going to be here. Just because it looks and smells that way. We did find a few pieces of gold. This is a good area, but it doesn't mean you're always gonna find gold. If you come out to do this to make money, you really have the wrong mentality. This is a fun hobby. This is something that you do to pass the time, to go out with your buddies, to have a beer, to go camping, to four-wheel, to hike around, just to get some exercise and hang out and have fun. And so this is why we do this. I'm not out here to make $1 million, because if you're here to make $1 million, you better have had $2 million to start with. I'm not one of those crazies out there, and no offense to the people that are massive gold fever people. I love gold, I love finding it. Do I want to sell it? Well, if I made a buttload of it, sure. But I'm out here to do this for fun because I love to see the color. I love to see that maybe I can find something special. Every time a mat is revealed, every time you roll back that perfect part of the pan and you see exactly what you have in the color, you're like, yes, this is so cool. And I get excited over the tiniest little speck. That's part of the fun. It's part of the experience to come out here, to look at the lay of the land, you know, especially when other people have been prospecting in the same area. It's just a lot of fun. So it's really cool. Here's the water situation after running 9 buckets of unclassified material through a recirculating system. And you can see we still have a lot of water left. I'm sure there's some silt in probably both of these totes, but we have this screening system here. Takes all the material, we scrape it down here, as you've seen us just scraping the material down. We let the water drain out for a bit, just 'cause. And then we scrape it down, let it drain even further, and this is tilted so that we can scoop the water back into the system. But it's pretty ingenious because you're in the desert. There's no way that we can get more water, and this is all because of Mike. No, flicking water, you flick it at the camera? Shame. But this is probably maybe our last bucket. I don't know what we're gonna do. Depends on.
We've brought 30 gallons of water, and we've probably got
30 gallons of water, yeah.
29 gallons of water left at least,
Yeah.
if not more.
And then we still have another 1.5 gallons in that Rotex up there on the side-by-side, and we're gonna use that to clean stuff out. But yeah, we brought 30 gallons of water, that was it. And we've got,
Really helping out.
screen is awesome. Yeah, otherwise all of this
We'd
would be in
3
here.
buckets and we'd be done.
Yeah, we'd be really screwed. Yay for garage engineering. Now these guys start the second clean out without me, and I come over because Dan's screaming like a little girl, kinda, but for that guy right there. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? This is the biggest picker that we have found in Havasu. This little guy ended up being 0.2 grams. But it was so extremely exciting. We got gold. And now we're going to follow Dan to his mystery spot near the spot where he found the little nugget. So, usually where there's one, you hope to find more, but it's never a guarantee. Is this where you were digging? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, where were you digging the first time?
Here.
Right there? Well, then go dig back there. Dig where you were at, you know? Because we didn't bring a brush. We're not crazy. Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. We'll dig back over in there. I like that gravel. See how there's roots? See how it looks organic? Yeah, so fingers crossed. You never know. The geology all through here, the bedrock, is rhyolite. It is really pink, iron-rich rhyolite. Weeds. You can see it's really heavily veined, going all the way up. So everything strikes down into the wash area, but most likely this has all just been float that has come down from those hills up there, and it's all just been washed down. That gold nugget was an exception to the rule. That was called prospecting. That's when you go out and you're like, oh, let's look here. We did walk through the area and pointed out different things. Dan just decided this is where he wanted to go. That's fantastic. That's what it's about. It's going to look for an area and just going, I'll try it. So we ran through dirt, we tried it, and we found that nugget. So that was fantastic. We're breaking down the system right now. Dan, grab that blue scoop, the green scoop right here, something. This is how much silt is left in the system. There's a lot. It is pretty close to the surface actually, but this screen right here has done a good job of like keeping everything separated. Show this one.
This one has to go way down there, and it's like
very fine. And then show that one over there.
that one's just a super fine layer.
Yeah, way.
Alright, let's see if I can get it.
Oh,
It's like,
little tiny, there's very, very, very fine particles. So this
scoop it out, it's so light.
this system that is separated like this, it's done a great job. If we, oh, there you go. That's
Keep them out of the corner.
out of the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this, if we hadn't had this, everything would have filled up really, really, really freaking fast. But the way this was set up made it perfect for a desert operation. And now we're gonna just do a quick pan out of the last bit of material from the area where Dan found the nugget. So
2 more buckets, 2 or 3 more buckets out of it?
2 more.
he just did two full buckets after he found the nugget out of the one. So fingers crossed that we found something else big. Did you just say we could, quote, open the door in the house? Oh, we don't know that yet. You'd be surprised. Is that, what is that? See it? No, that, yeah. Mike sees it, see it? Almost looks like copper. It could be a tarnished piece of gold. Wait. Oh, darn
Let
it.
me get some of this.
No, that piece of quartz looked like it had a piece of gold in it. The bigger piece?
Probably still in here.
Probably. I mean, because there's a catch pan, right?
There's a catch pan, so we know that'll be coming home either way. And there's your piece of quartz that you wanted.
Yeah. Now it's flipped upside down.
You're freaking out.
I'm just having fun. Let me have fun. Okay. Oh, nope. White rocks. Oh no, that's gold. No. Yeah, no. Well, that's the piece of quartz I want to see.
No, that's the piece of quartz.
No, it wasn't. It was this. See? See the shiny spot in the middle?
A little dot in the middle of it?
Yeah. Look at the dot in the middle. Don't tell me what I know. Did you just drop it?
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, I see it.
You.
Not that rock.
Oh
The other
my
rock.
gosh. Ooh, ooh,
Let me get
color.
Let me get some of this. A lot muddy here.
Just do the thumper method.
There.
Jeez, Dan, I can't believe you.
I don't think
Sometimes.
there's anything in it.
You don't know that. Sorry. Sometimes it's just fun.
Oh, hey, there's some good stuff in there.
Okay, we're gonna put that back in the system. Hey! Not like the nugget, but those are cute.
A couple of good pieces out of it.
Heck yeah.
Trick to panning, get a pan that you're good with and stick with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the brand.
Oh, look, how
See
pretty.
that one.
Oh.
The thing about panning, when you're confident with it, you can pull it back from the riffles, bury it back again, and it's still there. For those that don't know, you will find BBs almost every time you go out,
Yep.
simply because everybody shoots shotgun pellets.
Yeah.
They are heavy and they like to sit where gold likes to sit. So if you're finding shotgun pellets, you're in a good spot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can't guarantee that there's going to be gold, but you know you're finding the heavies when you find the BBs.
Yeah! Sweet. Here's the gold, guys. Here is the gold that we found. The big nugget that Dan found, plus all of the other little pieces. I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming along with me on these crazy adventures, meeting my friends and, you know, looking for gold or the lack thereof when we go out and find it, because it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you on the next one. And this is behind the scenes with Elley
This is
learning how to
getting recorded.
use a rocker box. Oops. And break the shovel all at the same time.
Pretty much ready to break anyway.
Okay, and there's this